Hey mamas, welcome to this third trimester prenatal Pilates class. Today we'll focus on gentle movement to support your body, ease aches and prepare for birth. No equipment needed, just a mat and a pillow. Listen to your body, take breaks as needed, and now let's get started. Warm up first, so come into an all-fours position, hands under your shoulders and knees under your hips. And start with your cat-cow. So exhale to round your spine, curl your tailbone under, push the floor away from you with your hands and with your knees, and look down. Inhale to arch your back, so stick your bum out, draw your shoulders down, and look up towards the ceiling. Drop the belly towards the floor. Excellent, two more. Exhale to round. Inhale to arch. Last one. Hands still under your shoulders. Now make some circles with your ribs. So draw your ribs towards the floor, to the left, back towards the ceiling, to the right, and down again. Here you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one, and reverse, and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Find a neutral position with your spine, push your hips to the left and look at your left hip. Now push your hips to the right and look at your right hip. Keep going, 2 more. Keep breathing. Last one. Good. Feet together, knees out, tuck your toes under, arch your low back and push hips toward your heels. Now separate your feet and push hips forward. Good. And again. Feet together, tuck your toes under, arch your low back. We're stretching our pelvic floor muscles. Now separate your feet and push hips forward. Look up and forward. Good. Keep going. Last one. Good. Okay. And let's move on to your first exercise. First exercise, we are on our back. So come on your side first. And then slowly and gently come on your back. So rest your head and shoulders on the floor. Your feet are quite close to your seat bones. Feet open, hip width apart, they are flat on the floor and your knees are bent. Hands by your hips, palms facing down, and we're going to work on our bridge. So curl your tailbone under first. Now keep curling your tailbone under, push the floor away from you with your heels and push your hips up. Good. Find your straight line, ideally from your shoulders to your knees, hips included. If this is too difficult for you, can go lower, that's fine. But try to push your weight, so shift your weight a little bit toward your heels, okay? Like this, you will feel your glutes much more engaged. Make sure that you don't let your ribs bulging out, so you soften your ribs. And you take a few breaths here. One more breath. Inhale, you stay here. Exhale, send your breastbone down and roll down slowly, one bone at a time. Keep curling your tailbone under until the end, until your hips touch the floor. Good. And again, exhale to curl your tailbone under to send your hips up. Inhale at the top. Exhale to roll down slowly. Take your time. Control the movement. Yes. Last one. Excellent. Okay. Lift your right heel up. Keep your right toes on the floor. Your left foot is still flat on the floor and you're going to come into bridge position. So hips up as you exhale. Inhale, bring your hips halfway down. Exhale up. Inhale, halfway down. 8, 7, squeeze your glutes. 6, 5, 4, soften your ribs. 3, 2, last one. If you can, stay up. Hold this position. Open your right knee out and bring your right knee back to the start position. 9 more. 9, 8, keep breathing. 7, try to keep your left leg as still as you can. 6, 5, 4, try to keep your hips at the same height. I know that's hard. 3, 2, last one. Good. Combo of both. Go halfway down, come back up, open your right knee out, bring your right knee in, and halfway down again. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Rest your right heel on the floor and roll down slowly, one bone at a time. Okay, let's do the same on the other side. So, left heel is lifted, left toes on the floor, push the floor away from you with your left toes and with your right heel, hips coming up. Good. Inhale, go halfway down, exhale up. 9, squeeze your glutes. 8, 7. If your low back hurts in this position, don't go too high, okay? Or try to curl your tailbone under even more. See if you see any difference here. And 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Stay up if you can. Now open your left knee out and bring your left knee in. 9, 8, try to keep hips at the same height. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Combo of both. So go halfway down, up, open your knee, back to the center and halfway down again. 9, 8, 7, 6. Lead with your pubic bone rather than your low back. 4 more. 3, 2, last one. Yes, your left heel goes down and you roll down slowly, one bone at a time. Excellent. Okay, both heels up now. Ready? Hips are coming up as you exhale. Inhale, halfway down. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Stay up, hold this position, go for your pulses, so pulse your hips up and down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. To finish, open your knees out and bring them back in. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good. Heels down and roll down slowly. Excellent. Very good. Okay. Grab your pillow and place it just under your head. Roll on your right side. Okay, arms straight in front of your chest. Tack one arm on top of the other one. And your knees are bent. Knees just in front of your hips. In this position, you're going to stretch your left arm up towards the ceiling. Look at your left hand if you can, and open your arm behind you. And go back to the start position. Keep going. Inhale to open. Exhale, twist your upper body. Open your chest. Last one. Keep your right shoulder anchored on the floor. Okay, we'll do the same on the other side. So, again, this time you're on your left side, stacking one arm on top of the other one. Hands in front of your chest, arms straight, your knees and your hips are bent. Inhale to open your right arm up towards the ceiling. Exhale to bring your arm behind you. Look at your hand, your right hand if you can. Good, and go back to the start position. 2 more. Last one. Very good. Okay, push the floor away from you. Come back up. And let's move on to your next exercise. For the next exercise, you have 2 options. Option 1, you can come on your forearm like this. Option 2, you can rest your armpits on the floor and support your head with your hand like this. Okay, whatever feels right for you. But if you pick the first option, make sure that your elbow is directly under your shoulder and you don't collapse here. You push the floor away from you with your forearm and you reconnect the shoulder blade to the back the entire time. Okay, your shoulders are relaxed and your chest is open. Now, 90-degree angle at the knees and 45-degree angle at the hips. Stacking one hip on top of the other one, okay? This top hand is on your top hip, or if you want, you can rest this one on the floor, whatever feels right for you. When you're ready, as you exhale, lift the top leg up. Inhale to bring it back down. Ready? 10 reps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Keep now the top leg at the hip height. Bring it forward towards your chest and backward. Try to keep your upper body as still as you can. Yes, keep going. Inhale to bring a knee towards your chest. Exhale to bring a knee back. Don't arch your lower back as you bring your leg back, okay? The movement is coming from the hip. It's not coming from the lower back. 7, 6, keep breathing. 5, keep your core engaged. 4, 3, make sure you don't collapse here if you pick the first option. 2, last one. Let's add on. Bring your leg forward. Yes. Now pulse it twice. 1, 2. Keep your knee at the hip height, okay? Now bring it backward. Stop it here. 2 pulses. 1, 2. Keep going. 9 more. 8. 7. 6. 5 more. 4, 3 more, 2 more, last one, and rest. Good. Now rest your armpits on the floor and support your head with your hand. Okay, so we're going to work on our internal rotation. So you're going to bring your top leg up. Now your knee is touching the other knee and your top foot is reaching up towards the ceiling. As you do this, make sure that you're stacking one hip on top of the other one, okay? So you don't twist your hips as you do this movement. Your hip bones keep facing forward. So you should feel something happening here on your hip joint and go back to the start position. Again, 9, 8. If being in this position is uncomfortable for you, do not hesitate to place a towel or a small pillow just under here to support your belly. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Good, and relax. Legs together. Make sure that your feet, hips, and shoulders are aligned, okay? Now keep your knees down and lift both of your feet up. Make sure that your hip bones keep facing forward. Yes, good. Now clamshell in this position. So your top knee goes up, close your top knee, good, and feet down again. Ready? 10 reps. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, reach up, yes, 5, 4, 3, 2, okay, last one. Yes, very good. Okay, push the floor away from you. Come up. We'll do the same on the other side. So, swing your legs on the other side. Remember, you have 2 options to start. Option 1, on your forearm. Option 2, resting your armpits on the floor. Okay? So, if you pick the first option, again, make sure that your elbow is directly under your shoulder. And you're not collapsing. You're pushing the floor away from you with your forearm, reconnecting the shoulder blade to the back. Now, 45-degree angle at the hips and 90-degree angle at the knees. This top hand is on your top hip, or you can rest it on the floor, whatever feels right for you. Make sure that you're stacking one hip on top of the other one, and you stay like this the entire time during your exercise. Exhale to lift your top leg up. Inhale down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, try to relax your shoulders, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Bring the top leg at the hip height. Now bring it forward and towards your chest and bring it backward. Good. Try to keep your upper body as still as you can. Inhale to bring it towards your chest. Keep this 90-degree angle at the knee. Exhale, bring it back. Don't arch your low back as you bring your leg back. And remember, keep your leg at the hip height the entire time. I know that's a lot of things to think about. Good. 8, 7, in control. 6, keep your spine long and your shoulders down. 5, 4, to bring your leg back, squeeze your glutes, okay? The movement is coming from the hip, it's not coming from the low back. 4, 3, 2, last one. Okay, let's add on. So bring your top leg forward. Now 2 pulses. 1, 2, bring your leg backward. 2 pulses. 1, 2, again, try to keep your upper body as still as you can. 1, 2, and back. 1, 2, and 8 more. 1, 2, 7, 6 more. Keep breathing. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And rest your legs. Armpits on the floor, resting your arm on the floor and supporting your head with your hand. Now, make sure that your feet, hips and shoulders are aligned. Again, this top hand is on your top hip or resting in front of your chest, whatever feels right for you. Remember the first one, lift your top leg. We're going to go for our internal rotation. So working on the hip joint. So your knee is reaching towards the other knee and your foot is reaching up towards the ceiling. Good. And go back to the start position when your top leg is at the hip height. Keep going. 9, 8, 7. Keep your hips stacked, one on top of the other one. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Okay, very good. Now feet together. Step 1, feet off the mat. Try to go as high as you can, keeping your hips stacked, one on top of the other one. Now clamshell, knees together and feet down again. 10, 9, 8, 7. Try to resist as you bring your feet down. Resist, 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 resist. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Very good. Okay, push the floor away from you. Come up. Hands behind you. Knees bent, your feet open wider than your hip width. Draw your knees to the right and draw your knees to the left. Keep going. We're working on our hips mobility. So as you draw your knees to the right, don't lift your right hip too much, okay? Try to keep it, as close as you can to the floor. Yes, 2 more. One more on each side. Okay, get this 90-90 position. So your left leg is parallel to your body and your right one is perpendicular to your body. Left hand goes behind you. You're going to push your hips up and you're going to reach up and over with your arm. Good, and go back to your start position. Hips down, again, up and over. Last one. Very good. Okay, we'll do the same on the other side. So this time, your right leg is parallel to your body. Your right one is perpendicular to your body. Right hand goes behind you. Push your hips up and reach up and over. Good. 2 more. Last one. Excellent, good. And let's move on to your next exercise. Come into an all-fours position, hands under your shoulders and knees under your hips. Find a neutral position with your spine. So make sure that you don't arch your back or you don't round your back. Neutral position, shoulders back and down. Lengthen the back of the neck, look between your hands. And in this position, we're going to work with our left arm. So inhale to prepare. Exhale to engage your pelvic floor muscles and your deep corset muscles. So it's like hugging your baby in and lifting your baby up. And after engaging those muscles, you're going to bring your left arm out like a T. Inhale to go back to the start position. Exhale to open. Inhale to return. 8. 7. Make sure that your right elbow is slightly bent. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Let's add on. Again, inhale to prepare. Exhale, bring your left arm out. Inhale, bring your left arm forward. Exhale, arm out again. Inhale, back to the start position. 10 reps. Eight. 7. Keep breathing. 6. 5. 4. 3. Make sure that you keep your spine long. 2 more. Last one. Yes, very good. We'll do the same on the other side. So, you need to stretch a little bit your forearms muscles. Let's add this one. So you're going to bring your fingers towards you, palms facing down. Now you're going to push your hips slightly backwards, okay? You should feel a good stretch here. Now, your palms are facing up, fingers towards you. And again, you're going to push your hips backward. Okay, one more. Fingers pointing back, palms facing down, hips back. And now, fingers pointing towards you, but palms facing up towards the ceiling. And hips back. Okay. Okay, let's work with our right arm. So inhale to stay here. Exhale, engage your pelvic floor muscles and your deep corset muscle and bring your right arm out like a T. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. You got this. 2. Last one. Let's add on. You remember, you're going to bring your arm out and then forward, out and down again. 10 reps. 9. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last one. Good, and relax. Okay, you're going to stay in this position. We're going to do what we call protraction and retraction. So we're working on the mobility of our shoulder blades. So hands still under your shoulders. You're going to push the floor away from you with your hands and try to separate your shoulder blades from each other. So think about a gliding motion, okay? They're moving out. Now you're doing the opposite movement. You imagine that you have a pencil between your shoulder blades and you try to squeeze this pencil, okay? So bring your shoulder blades close to each other. And again, it's a gliding motion. So separate them and get them together. Keep your shoulders away from your ears. Two more. Keep your arms straight. Last one. So for this one, think about movement coming from the shoulder blade, okay? It's not coming from the elbows. You're not bending your elbows. Your arms are like almost straight. You just slightly bend your elbows, okay? Unlocking them, but the movement is coming from the shoulder blade. It's a gliding motion, okay? Good. Okay, let's move a little bit our lower body. So your knees are under your hips, and in this position, you're gonna bring your feet out. Exhale to bring your feet out. Inhale, bring them back in. So we're working on our pelvic floor muscles and we're working on our hips mobility, okay? Preparing our pelvis for labor. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Very good. Okay, tuck your toes under. Inhale to prepare. Exhale after engaging your pelvic floor muscles and your deep corset muscle. You're going to lift your knees just a few inches, okay? Ready? 10 reps. Inhale. Exhale, lift your knees. Inhale, bring your knees back down. 9, 8, 7, 6, keep your spine long and in neutral position. 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. Okay, let's add on. Again, inhale to prepare. Exhale, lift your knees just a few inches after engaging your pelvic floor muscles and your deep corset muscle. And now come into a downward facing dog. Inhale, bring your knees back down. Exhale, lift your knees. And now downward facing dog. 8 more. Five more. Make sure to blow before you go. 3 more. Don't rush this movement. You're lifting your knees first, hovering your knees, and then coming into a downward facing dog. Last one. Knees up. Push your hips back and up. Yes. and relax. Excellent, good, okay. So now we're going to stretch a little bit. So, still into kneeling position, but stretch your left leg out. Right hand goes on the floor. Stretch your left arm up towards the ceiling, look at your hand. Now bend your elbow and place your forearm between your right arm and between your right knee. Inhale to open, exhale to close. Last one. And twist. Okay, we'll do the same on the other side. So this time, your left knee goes on the floor. You stretch your right leg out. Left hand goes on the floor. Open your arm. Stretching your chest. Now bending your elbow and twisting your upper body to the left. 2 more. Last one. Okay, good. Well done. Now let's move on to your cool down. Get yourself close to a wall and press your left elbow and left hand against this wall. Now twist your upper body slightly to the right. And you should feel a good stretch on your chest and on the front of your left shoulder. If you feel something on the back, it means that you need to adjust your position, okay? So let's do it together. You're going to take a few breaths in this position. Now you can stay here, or you can place your elbow a little bit higher. You'll target different fibers on the same muscle. You can bring your elbow a little bit lower. So lower, shoulders height or higher, okay? So play with this, see how it feels. And now we're going to do the same on the other side. So right elbow and right hand against this wall. Twist your upper body slightly to the left. And again, you should feel a good stretch on your chest and in front of your right shoulder. You hold this position just for a few breaths. You can play with this, bringing your elbow higher. You can bring it lower. Now good. Okay, let's stretch our quads. So, get yourself again close to a wall or to a chair if you feel too unstable in this position, and grab your right ankle with your right hand. Knees together, curl your tailbone under, and hold this position just for a few breaths. Okay, stretch your right leg in front of you, left knee is bent, and hinge forward from the hips. Okay, we'll do the same on the other side. So grab your left ankle with your left hand, knees together, curl your tailbone under, hold this position. Now stretch your left leg in front of you, right knee is bent, and hinge forward from the hips. And take a few breaths here. Good. Well done, guys. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.